to our Freeport listeners, in which this program simulcasts, and of course, our family of islands, our Bahamian diaspora, and the global world. I am your beloved sister Cher, and they say the hostess with the mostest. I accept, and it is always a joy and a privilege to be with you. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes, your offices, your cars, or wherever you may be. May God grant a special blessing for choosing to connect with us today. This is Family Connections with Sister Cher's eighth episode. I'm so pleased to have my co-host, Professor Dawn Major, alongside me to host this episode. We are very, very happy to have our special guests who are third time guests. The second time was with one partner, but we have two partners today, and we're really excited. And I'll introduce him in a short while. And, this week has been indeed a very exciting week. We've had a number of activities. In fact, we took a two episode break to celebrate with the Ministry of Social Services during National Family Week. Which started on July 25th, which happened to be my special guest's 45th wedding anniversary. And I guess you may have guessed who our special guests, our sponsoring guests are. Father James and Reverend Angela Palacios. And we're excited that the last time they were here, we got such great gems. And we're looking to continue receiving a lot of those insights and the counsel related to our topic today. As I said, this week was indeed very, very exciting. We started off on the 25th of July with an activity on Montague Beach, and then we went with the Ministry of Social Services to an activity on Thursday, which was actually related to divorce and singleness, and so we're going to be talking a little bit about that today. And then on Saturday was a huge family and community event on Aram Bailey Park, in which uh, the minister actually was there and giving a number of treats and sharing what her mandate is for the year in terms of reducing poverty and supporting families. And so it was quite exciting. And then last night, with all of those activities happening, I we didn't get to celebrate my family's birthdays that were happening because I have my niece who was born on the 25th, and she was celebrating her third birthday, and we didn't get to cut the cake. And then my sister, who was on the 31st of July. And I just thought about this and in terms of the need for us to have intentionality when we are seeking to support and to build the family bonds. I remember the Palacios was at the marriage recommitment session at the Bahama Harvest, also a part of the Ministry of Social Services activities that was on the 26th, and they had to leave early. And when Reverend Fallacious messaged me, she said, we had to go and put our grandchildren to bed, and I felt, because we had promised them, and they went and they missed actually a presentation that the director had for them, but it was more important for them to actually go and meet that commitment, and that's so very important. And so even in my busyness, and really and truly, I had a cake bought a cake, was able to buy a cake at Dairy Queen, and it was sitting at Dairy Queen for a week because we could not coordinate. Either something was happening with my sister and she was doing something was happening with other members, and I said, no, we have to do this, because it's important. And we really had a good time last night, and my son was there, and others were there, and we were able to to celebrate those two birthdays, and this is some of the things that we want to be able to promote on this platform. That's very important for building of families, to ensure that we make memories, precious memories. And I'm sorry if I continue to reflect on my experience, but I know in the last year or two, um, I missed opportunities. My mom passed last year, and I still regret opportunities that I missed with her. Even though I was a primary caretaker, I still missed opportunities to spend time with her. And so I hope and pray that, during these conversations, that families will be inspired to be intentional about building family bonds, building relationships that are so extremely important. And we know that this platform, again, is about the series is actually a part of our 12-week advocacy, family love, faith, and unity advocacy. And it's again our eighth episode. We have two more for this series next week. And so we're pleased and to invite you to tell your family, friends, everyone, and at least your family, friends, and neighbors, to join us and be a part of this movement to strengthen families and to build a stronger nation. And so, without further ado, we will are pleased to invite Father Fallacious to give us a blessing on these proceedings over the next hour plus. Thank you so much.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we just give you thanks. We honor you. Thank you especially for your gift of life, of love, of laughter, of liberty, of all the good things we are able to experience and enjoy in this, our beloved Bahama land. We ask your special blessing on those who hosts this event, these talks, and we pray, Lord, that they would be strengthened by it. They would receive the kind of support through the station, through ads and businesses and personal donations to further the cause of strengthening the family. We know, Lord Jesus, that you yourself enjoyed the home. You enjoyed an earthly home in Nazareth. Pray for those families that are broken. Pray for those who are being strengthened. And pray for us all as we endeavor through these various episodes to bring glory to your name, edification to the institution of marriage, and the strengthening of family life. These and all other blessings we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much, Father, for that powerful and beautiful prayer. So, our topic for today's, the eighth episode, is marriage, divorce, and our children. Who's paying the price? Restoring love, protecting children, empowering youth, strengthening families, and building one nation. So as we speak about that topic, what comes to mind in terms of the connectivity of these goals and objectives as we build our one nation? As we know, again, this platform, this series celebrated our inaugural National Parents Observance, which was June 26th and 27th, and also the inaugural National Parent of the Week, or Parents Week, that will be observed June 21st to 27th, 2027. And that was proclaimed by the Honorable Prime Minister. And we were excited about that. So we continue to celebrate the advancement of that. We also celebrating the 53rd Independence Anniversary. And we think that we know that connects, because as we work to build for another 50 years from our 50th anniversary, milestone anniversary, independence anniversary. We want to see families build, because there's no independence unless families have independence. So we thought we connected that. And of course, the National Family Week. And so these next few episodes will kind of tie things together and to be able to chart the way forward as to how we will continue to address important matters that affect the our national development. So initially, what are your thoughts, Father Fallacious, as we contemplate and consider what we have to face, or what we're addressing?
Well, there could be nothing really more foundational to human existence, apart from God, than the primary unit, the cornerstone of society, which is the family. And it is a known fact that where families are strong, the societies will be strong. In countries or in regions where societies, where families are strong, they're the strongest people. Not that might not be the smartest, but they're the strongest because you have the safety net, you have the infrastructure, you have the multi generational passing on of mores, of traditions, of habits, of everything really, and where that takes place, then you know you can rest assured that your society is going to be strong going forward. And we have to put more emphasis on it. My wife often say we need to make it harder to get into marriage, even if it you make it harder to get out of it. Right now, it's easy to get in. You only got to be 18. You go, get your license, get into it. If you're eligible, then whether you're in love, whatever it is, you just go get married. But to get out, the marriage laws really need to be revisited. The society will tell you that. The legal profession will tell you that. All of us here will tell you that. Because we know people who find it very difficult to get out because the whole judicial system is weak generally. And of course, the number of divorces just compound that. The reality is people get divorced some after the best of intentions. It's not that you go in believing it's going to fail, even though statistics would show that just about 50% of marriages to the north, for sure, end in divorce. Over 50 there and around, almost 50, or around 50% here. And if you consider why bother with something that has only a 50% chance of surviving. Of course, that doesn't even consider the great pain for those who can't get out. So it's 45, 50% of those who actually go through, who could find the money, could find a lawyer, who could go there. And of course, we don't have, I talk subject to correction, but we don't have a no fault divorce clause or component. Because the truth is, if you and I decide that, look, we really
Or to preparing myself and continue to prepare myself for the next marriage. But a lot of times, persons, and I hope, praying that God is preparing my partner also for that time. But that has seemingly caused many persons to I guess even after marriage and divorce, to not want to enter that again. coupled with the fact that many of our young people are deciding to go another route in terms of cohabitation and all the rest of it, and different forms of family. And according to, as his name is George Fraser, we listened to a clip, I think last week, with Reverend Palacios, where the he's saying that this is a serious crisis that the Black community is in, because, like you said, the a nation is linked to, in terms of prosperity, to the number of families or marriages that they have. And so it is his opinion, and the same, that I believe, is that we must fix this. We must work to see how we could fix this. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but I just want to congratulate Gerald and Barbara Sawyer, who are celebrating their 50 years of marriage. And I think that is one of the things that we really need to continue to celebrate, when persons have reached such milestones, like you have reached 45 years, 5 more to go. And so we really celebrate Gerald and Barbara Sawyer. They are actually the parents of Elaine Sawyer, who is my associate, my family life advisory committee of the Ministry of Education. She is my associate, and I was so happy when she shared that with us. And anyone who's out there who's celebrating, or whose family member is celebrating a milestone marriage, please let us know. Call us, and shout them out, because it is indeed a awesome feat to be able to claim,
Celebrate with them.
to
Yeah.
claim, right?
Of
50
course.
years.
Yeah.
Of course, we look at the milestones, 10, 15, 20,
Yeah.
multiples of 5.
Right.
But the truth is,
Every year.
every year,
Every year.
it's a celebration. So
It's a
I do
celebration.
appreciate
Right,
that
right,
certain
right. Every year.
things have a ring to it.
Right,
And the
right.
Sawyers, we congratulate them. By the way, at our 45th, as you are aware, and you could tell us a little bit about this, but you and Angela spoke about the need to establish, and you are well in the advanced stages of establishing the
Family,
family, the halfway house.
the family Renaissance homestead.
Right. And
Right,
so we've
right.
asked some of the people who came to celebrate with us,
Yes,
rather
yes,
than give us gifts.
yes,
give-
yes. And
give
that
to
was
that.
that was
Excellent.
such
Give
an
to that.
awesome.
I ain't give mine
Awesome
yet. I don't know
gesture.
how Angela ain't shake me down yet. No, we'll
Yes,
do something
we
personal.
Pay for the finance
can
officer.
talk.
Well, this
Thank
past
you.
weekend
Go ahead.
at my church on Sabbath, I interacted with 2 couples celebrating this week, 23rd anniversary and 33rd anniversary. The 33rd anniversary couple, his father was my barber for many years, back in the old days at the King's Men Barbershop and Mr. Walking's Barbershop on Wolf Road. I know about that.
Okay, Mr. Walkie.
Walking.
I'm still looking at the family.
And
life.
Kingsman, who's on who used to be around the corner up where the police station is
Right,
now,
right,
on
right.
Wolf Road. And the other couple is a young man, and I told him, I said, you would not have gotten married if it wasn't for me, because when his wife first came here as a young person from Jamaica, we were neighbors. On several instances, I gave her a ride to church, and last time we met she was discouraged. She came looking for opportunities, as many people do. And she was discouraged. She said, Mr. Major, nothing is working out for me. My money is running out, and my family can't help anymore. I'm making plans to go back home. So I told her, I said, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Hold on for a bit longer. That was the last I heard from her. And then I moved to the States. When I came back, they were married for a number of years. But I was very impressed many years ago. My parents would have celebrated 75th anniversary on July 7th of this year, and my father being alive.
Wow.
But Grace Gospel Chapel had a program under Dr. Rex Major where they honored families, and they honored my parents on their 50th wedding anniversary. And that was they have a ceremony that they invite couples who've been married for a long term, and they honor them. They give them awards. They have a full church service, etc. If we had more churches doing that, it would definitely bring that impetus. But I don't know of too many young people who don't look forward to getting married. We say marriage is only 50% in divorce, but as a former teacher at high school and university level, I will tell you that I have met countless young people. They look forward to getting married. That's the quote unquote Bahamian dream, American dream, so to speak. It's only after a few years that it begins to turn to a nightmare or less. But nevertheless, there are still plenty of families, marriages that are doing rather well, or let's just say moving forward by the grace of God.
Yeah. So like you said, we have to celebrate that.
Celebrate that.
Because very often you just hear about the bad or terrible
Right.
marriages. You just need to celebrate.
Yes. Thank you.
Too many of us, particularly those of us who go to church, we have fallen into the social habit. You encounter people, how you doing? But that's just a social act. We don't listen. I have found not to my amazement, but when I have stopped to actually pay attention, that I was able to interact and check and be able to direct people to say, something is not right here. And they would open up to me because of the relationship. If more of us as older people and church leaders or people of influence would pay attention when we meet people that we know, family, others, and listen for what is not being said, or look at what they're not revealing, we could be a great deal of help as a resource person to many of these young people.
Thank you so very much, and I'm happy that we're thinking about things that your minds are continuing to move as to how we can really address this issue of building our nation.
People really need to get. You see, you're really entering into a relationship that makes you complete if it's fine, but it also divides you because it causes you now to, well, the Bible says the two shall be one.
This is an exciting
I don't want to refute what the Bible says, but while it makes you one, you're also three.
Right.
Because you continue as an individual, she continues as an individual, but together you also have, you have a union, you have a togetherness, you have a persona as a couple. So, and sometimes we get a little mistaken by believing that you get married and all of a sudden your personality
changes,
is consumed or subsumed, swallowed up by the other person. No, they're supposed to. And plus, you don't look for somebody to complete you. You're supposed to come complete, right?
So
you come complete. If you only half of you, and you come to add to one of me, that's only 1.5. That means to get unequally you. You need to get your head together.
We can see that this is going to be an exciting conversation, and time is going. So we know that we're going to have to continue this in our next series. But we're excited to have with us Father Palacios, and hopefully we'll be joined by his wife, Reverend Angela Palacios. And we invite you to call in and celebrate those marriages in your family that have been lasting. In fact, even if you got married this year, like our good David Williams just recently got married on the weekend, and we celebrate him. But give us a shout out. Call us and give your family a shout out as it may be. The numbers are 326-0272. 502-4571 or WhatsApp 0271. There is reason to celebrate marriage. And we'll be back right after these messages.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM, supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
In a world filled with challenges, we find strength in community. The Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos is dedicated to nurturing this strength through our pastoral care programs. Our pastoral care extends beyond the walls of our churches, reaching into the hearts and homes of those in need. We provide counseling, crisis support, and a systematic program designed to adapt to the changing needs of our members. Through our healing conferences, missions, and retreats, we strive to restore wholeness, helping individuals overcome challenges and find strength in their faith. Our Anglican Family Violence Prevention Program, Power Up, equips participants with the essential skills in communication, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. In partnership with experts like Dr. Novia Carter-Lukey and the National Drug Council, we empower individuals to make informed decisions and pursue their dreams with clarity and confidence. Our Family Life Commission supports families through initiatives like the Diocese Marriage Retreat and Family Wellness Quiet Day, fostering stronger, healthier relationships at home. At the heart of our pastoral care is a simple yet profound mission: to be a source of God's love and healing in our community. Join us in making a difference, one life at a time.
101.5 FM
This is Steve Harvey, your main man.
with a Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You would do this over there. He do come back. He said, my hair's fine. I don't know what y'all be looking at. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. And you don't know where we looking at. We don't know where you ain't looking. How you sitting there talking about your hair is fine? How I come back to work and you still ain't cut your hair off? I just knew when I came back. I said, you know what, man?
Weekday morning from 6 to 10. Let's go. Over here on
99.5 FM. I'm out.
Ready to make this school year the most stylish one yet? Head over to Brass and Leather, Charlotte Street or Marathon Mall, and the Luggage Store Centerville. Upgrade your look with iconic backpacks from Kipling, Herschel, Stephen Joseph, or the all-leather from Land. Plus, get rewarded. Buy any backpack or wheeled backpack from the Toto Ecol collection and get an exclusive gift with purchase. Don't wait. Gear up in style today at the Brass and Leather Shop and the Luggage Store.
When power goes out, will your business survive the silence? Every second without power means lost sales, missed deadlines, and disappointed customers. With a cat generator from Machinery and Energy Limited, you're not just buying equipment, you're investing in uptime, reliability, and peace of mind. Stay open, stay profitable, stay protected, always on, always ready. Call Machinery and Energy Limited today, located on College Avenue, Oaksfield, at 323-5701, or visit me-ltd.com to protect what you've built.
Shop early to get your uniforms and get Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desks. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply. At Apex Award Signs and Engraving, the name says it all.
the country's trusted name for trophies, plaques, corporate seals, rubber stamps, badges, bumper stickers, traffic and street signs, keychains, t-shirts, interior signs, restaurant menus, and so much more. Apex Awards Signs and Engraving, number 128 Mount Royal Avenue in Wilton Street. Open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Visit the website at apexawardsbahamas.com. Apex Awards Signs and Engraving, number 1 in the Bahamas.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM. Supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
This is Family Connections with Sister Cher, and we've been having a great, insightful conversation during the break. And I want Father Felicius to share just briefly as we go into our really speaking about navigating our marriage challenges, to speak about the connectivity and of marriage and family and how it affects or impacts society, and how it's important that we recognize the framework of connectivity, as you were sharing with us, the circles of influence, I would call them, in terms of us being able to build strong families, strong marriages, strong communities. Father Felicius.
Okay. Well, I was just mentioning I taught a course, Social Studies, at UB, College of the Bahamas, in 1978. And I used as my curriculum a set of concentric circles. That on? Okay. And basically, I did a circle here, which is who's at the center of our life, supposed to be God. Then around that is the individual. Think of it now. And then the individual is made in the image and likeness of God. The family, individuals in the family, mirror characteristics as well as physical features of the family. The family is a part of the community. Children go to school, parents go to work. So the work environment, the school environment, is often a reflection of the family environment.
That's right.
Any teacher would tell you. They could tell from the behavior of the children what kind of home they have come from.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And then, of course, then there's the community around you. And I just came from Inagua. And Inagua, of course, is one settlement. So you knew everybody in the settlement. So it was easier to have a sense of community in Inagua, because you have to pass certain people's home to get to school, to get to church, and you see people much more regularly than, say, you would in Long Island or Eleuthera, that has multiple settlements.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as we go outside the circle, you deal with the island of New Providence. People say New Providence is dirty. That is true. That's because children weren't properly socialized to clean up their own environment. Right?
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the country. Then there is the Caribbean. And then there is the Western Hemisphere. Because Columbus and others came from across the Atlantic to what is now, which we now call the Western Hemisphere. And then there's the world. And Miles Monroe sang, if you want to have a brand new world,
Yes.
you got to have a brand new spirit. If you want to have a brand new spirit, you got to have a brand new people.
Right.
If you want to have a brand new people, you got to turn
to Jesus
Christ.
Right.
Something like that.
Right,
You'd
right,
excuse me if I don't
right,
remember it right now.
Maybe our producer can pull up that song
Yeah,
at some point.
pull that up. Because we all looking for a brand new world.
Right,
But
right.
we want to start.
Right here.
Foundation.
If you
And countries, as I mentioned earlier, that are strong family life.
Mm-hmm.
They are strong
Right.
because they pass down the traditions
Values.
of the elders and the values.
Yes.
Parents, grandparents, all play. Oh, the people know how much I love my grands. Oh, you spoil them. I say, no, I don't spoil them. Wherever they need to go, and I could take them. I make time for them.
You don't call that spoiling.
You don't call it.
That's grandparents' job.
Right.
We told the children, it's your job to raise them. It's our job to spoil them. People want to call it that, but we didn't call it spoiling. But you sit to go and I to read them a spare time story.
Yeah.
That's how we grew them up. But also, we had a special song. They had to sing it with his midday nap. Anybody else try to get him to sleep, they have to finally call me wherever I was because he lay across me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
beautiful.
there for an hour, 2 hours, you know.
That's
and
beautiful.
It was like it was almost like a second chance of raising your children.
Yeah.
Because the mistakes that you made with them, you saw where you went wrong. You have more patience. You have infinitely more concern and care. And listen, if you don't have grandkids or you don't spend time with your grandkids, you are losing out big time.
It's funny. Just last time we were talking the same thing because we didn't. My grandson. I tell him he made me. I'm too young to be a grandparent, but we had time to spend. I had time to spend with him, but I missed that opportunity because the family dynamics and whatnot earlier, and we were just talking about we need to make make up for that.
But there's a way to fix that.
Right.
There's a way to
He's
that problem you're talking about. There's a way to fix that.
There. So
my wife joins countless other women who said, "I'm too young to be a grandma." That's why they call them Nana.
Nana, right. Glamour.
Glamour. That's a new one.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new one. Thank you so much, Father Fallacious and Professor Major for sharing. I particularly, it's particularly pointed as you share about the connectivity of the different layers of family, so to speak, the community family, the individual family, and the world family, and it all stems from God. And it reminds us of the video that we watched. If you want to destroy the world, take God out of the picture, and you can't do that if you want to build a brand new world, as Miles Monroe has said. And so thank you for illustrating the importance of us not missing any, and how everyone multi-sectorally needs to put the hands, their hands and hearts and minds to this singular purpose of building a world and then building the kingdom, because it is through this what we call scaffold that we actually, like our topic was, reach heaven, so to speak. We have to go through that pattern that God has actually set for us.
May I share something with you on that?
So just before we time, go ahead.
Something that you mentioned about strong families. I grew up in a family where my parents believe in traditions. So certain times of the year or months, we were expected to go to family homestead. Over the years, many of our classmates from Jamaica, college in the U.S., they would come home with us. Some of them would be amazed to say, they said, everybody's here, and everybody's happy, everybody's getting along, we do this every year. That was deliberate, that was intentional. When I was a student in the U.S., some of my friends would take us home for Thanksgiving dinner, independence celebration. That was tradition. All right, very important. Being intentional means having certain rituals, certain habits, certain customs that don't change year after year after year after year. I was able to interact with some Irish families, some Greek families, and some Italian families. Strong traditions. Strong traditions, strong family people. The father was the patriarch. The patriarch always had the last word. Even when the kids were married, I don't say we have to go to that extent. And usually they were, I guess we call it benevolent dictators. They allowed the family to rule, but it was very clear that there was a kind of line, a tradition, a behavior, etc. You learn how to behave, you learn how to act in social situations. That translated to your job, that's translated to school as well. It's about the importance of being, if the family is right, then everyone in that family behaves in a certain manner so that society benefits. If we had more families like that, what a world.
Yeah, what a world. And this is why I believe it's so important for us to address this intentionally and with all the vigor of energy, so that we do not lose our culture. Because if we are now saying 70% of our homes are single parent, okay, what happens in the next 10 years? If we speak about the negative outcomes of or the disadvantaged possible risk of being a weak family, what will happen in the next 10-20 years? Will that culture not be a part of the Bahamas anymore? Because it's generational. I have found, even in my family, even in terms of divorce, as we want to speak to a little bit, divorce becomes generational. Divorce becomes generational. My mother, unfortunately, because she was, and it goes back to preparation and knowing, who you're going to marry. I love my father, but I'm sure if she knew certain things, she may not have. And should I be happy that I came out of it? And I'm grateful that I'm trying to make the difference to change the the generation. But the point about it is, she got divorced. I failed in marriage. My sister also, failed in marriage. We are the two offsprings. And then my brother never got married. So, it doesn't look good. So if we are not intentional about the next generational changing this, we in trouble. And
goes back to what you said.
Yeah, and we speak about the minister's mandate to reduce poverty. So can that be reduced without looking at the family?
No, you can't. Because let's face it, all the studies are conclusive.
Right.
Very much so.
Children brought up in families are stronger, more oriented, more culturally adjusted, etc. Also, families, as opposed to one parent home, has more money, disposable income, companionship, and mentorship and opportunities. So the jury is in on that one. Right. Now, it doesn't mean that you're doomed to failure if you are from a one-parent home.
But by the grace of God.
And believe me, there are many women who do a Herculean task at that. But that's not, let's face it, that's not God's original plan for us. But if you find yourself in that position, you fall down, just get up, brush off, and move on.
Keep on going.
Keep on going. Don't let no man throw that in your face. Or believe that because you had a child for one man, he left you.
You have to have a
You have another one. Another fella comes, you gotta have another one for him.
No.
And you get stuck with it too.
Right.
And that fella ain't looking after the two children he get over there. Come on, ladies, please give us a break.
Preparation.
Right.
If a fella ain't looking after the children he already get, why you believe he can look after
you and yours?
And yours.
That's right.
You just make yourself. But again, that goes back to a self-esteem issue.
Right.
All right? The self-esteem, if you have low self-esteem, if you grew up seeing your mother abused,
behaving a certain way,
or behaving a particular way, you're more likely to accept that as the norm. Whereas that ain't what you were put here for. You ain't no baby machine. You ain't supposed to be knocked about. So if you start off with low self-esteem, then you're going to end up
Right.
getting relationships
Yeah.
that you believe will help you to be whole.
Like
But you ain't coming in whole, so ain't
like-
nobody can make you whole.
Anybody can
like
make it up.
Pastor Erica said, we have a problem of bonding all over the place, which is unfortunate instead of
Here, there, and everywhere.
creating a dynasty, and it goes very deep, and I have great compassion for young women who, again, because of family dynamics or whatnot, did not have a father in their lives, and so they because of our natural need for love, we give we give sex to get love,
There's a term
unfortunately.
for it.
Yeah, we do that, and the men, of course, show love so that they can get sex. That's
That's
the
the
pattern,
whole formula.
so we have to, again, and like you said, if we're seeing or in a community where our mother and our grandparents had children and whatnot, and they seem to be, I mean, you say you come out okay, you ain't thinking about all the scars that you may have had along the way that may have been avoided if it was done the right way. So we really have to be truthful. Our aim is to be able to, a Marriage Children Family Alliance movement is to be able to create lit and happy families. The lit and happy starts with loving, intentional, truthful, lit, happy, harmonious, abundant, productive, progressive, yesable. So that yesability speaks to the hope that we have, for forgiveness, for restoration, for, repentance in getting our, family line back. And our theme is more family fix. We need to find ways in which we can offer more family fix to to our generation. So we're very grateful. Before we go into the next break, I just want to speak a little bit briefly about some of the challenges that you have seen. I wished Reverend was here, because I know that she spoke a lot about her years of counseling, marital counseling. But we need to, I think, speak a little bit about the challenges that we are, that marriages are facing, and how we could address those, so that we spoke about the fact that persons are not getting married because they're probably seeing some of these challenges.
She gun
But
shy.
right, but let's talk about some of those challenges that marriages are facing, and what young people are seeing. We're happy to be able to have joining us shortly is representative from the Ministry of Youth. But what's happening in terms of the challenges that are facing, and are they different from a decade ago? Before we go any further, there's a caller. We want to get the caller in, and then if you can address that for us,
Okay.
Father Palacios.
No problem.
Caller, please.
Hello.
Yes, happy afternoon.
Yes, same to you likewise. So, marriage is the only thing you're talking about, right?
Marathon.
Marriage.
Think about it.
Marriage. Yes, marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, when you look at it, marriage, how it used to be 40, 50, 60 years ago, it's gone. Because, many people is not marriage material.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many people who get married for different reasons. And there are sometimes you get spiritual shotgun wedding. Because
That
sometimes...
still happens. That still happens, caller.
Oh, yeah, man.
Shotgun
Because-
wedding. I didn't know we still threatened with
okay,
shotgun.
sometimes, yes, they're saying the church.
Mm-hmm.
In the church, sometimes
Right, okay.
you got two young person, 15, 16, just 18, a boy and a young man and a young girl, and they happens to maybe get one another, or the boy get the woman pregnant. So to kind of hush this and cover this up, they try to match and put this together. So you see a lot of them that happened back then, and because of that, it's not that this individual maybe love this person, but because they don't want to bring no little disgrace to the family and to the church. We have a lot of this going on. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But marriage is the stickability.
Yeah, but
You got to know why you getting married. Don't get married because maybe this woman have a good shape or she look good. Yes, I mean, of course, everybody may want a good-looking woman. But what I'm saying, what about the time to come, that woman, God forbid, get an accident in a wheelchair? Are you still going to show that woman, same woman, the love like I did before?
That's an interesting point.
Okay,
caller.
thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Yes, caller made some interesting points. But I just want to say, as we speak about children, and I can appreciate the fact that there was this, or still is, this shotgun marriage type situation, because we must face now there's a child involved. And that child really needs the support of the father and mother. So how does society now come in and help to ensure that marriage works, even if only for the child? Because so we need to think about that. It may not be so bad, but then it then calls for the society, for the church to then support and ensure that wherever there's any gaps, that those gaps are filled. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be back with our next guest, and also we have a guest who will be on our StreamYard that will be joining us. And when we come back, you're going to answer those questions, and then we're going to have our professional from the Ministry of Youth and Sport to also share the youth viewpoint. Okay. Thank you so much.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM, supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
In a world filled with challenges, we find strength in community. The Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos is dedicated to nurturing this strength through our pastoral care programs. Our pastoral care extends beyond the walls of our churches, reaching into the hearts and homes of those in need. We provide counseling, crisis support, and a systematic program designed to adapt to the changing needs of our members. Through our healing conferences, missions, and retreats, we strive to restore wholeness, helping individuals overcome challenges and find strength in their faith. Our Anglican Family Violence Prevention Program, Power Up, equips participants with the essential skills in communication, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. In partnership with experts like Dr. Novia Carter-Lukey and the National Drug Council, we empower individuals to make informed decisions and pursue their dreams with clarity and confidence. Our Family Life Commission supports families through initiatives like the Diocese Marriage Retreat and Family Wellness Quiet Day, fostering stronger, healthier relationships at home. At the heart of our pastoral care is a simple yet profound mission: to be a source of God's love and healing in our community. Join us in making a difference, one life at a time.
Box that rocks the box. Join me every week. We always have a good time. We've got some of the biggest stars of today's R&B stopping by to say hello. And of course, the best music in the city. There's only one place to be. Hanging out with me, Jeff Fox that rocks the box. On Global 99.5 FM.
August is going to be epic at the Cricket Club on West Bay Street. Along with their already fantastic menu, it will also be Lobster Fest for the month of August. Lobster fritters, lobster bits, lobster salad, minced lobster, cracked lobster, lobster seafood pot pie, broiled lobster, lobster and steak, lobster. Experience the Lobster Fest at the Cricket Club on West Bay Street. They're open Sundays through Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. with live music on Friday nights. And there's a Sans Beer Special, free for $11. So, for that same great food and fun and the August Lobster Fest, come to the Cricket Club, Haynes Oval, West Bay Street. Telephone 326-4720.
You buy it, we can fix it. General Appliance Company, number 233 Market Street, is the place you've been looking for to repair your AC units, commercial and residential, and vehicle AC repairs too. General Appliance Company sells, repairs, and order parts for refrigerators, stoves, freezers. They can order boards for new and used TVs. They repair small home appliances like irons, blenders, fans, and much more. General Appliance Company. Easiest way to get the parts you need, best place to get it fixed. Call General Appliance Company, number 233 Market Street, 323-6086, 323-6086.
When you shop Y Cares, you can afford to look good, and that includes your students. Featuring uniforms from all the major schools here in New Providence and some in the Family Islands, plus belts, neckties, and underclothes for the boys, and jumpers, tights, and underwear for the girls. Slides, neckties, shoes, and socks for all the students in your house. That school bell is about to ring, and before it does, you need to visit one of the 3 Y Care locations: Bahama Avenue, East Street South, or Prince Charles Drive.
Miss, what you found at your phone for? Child Bahamas Circulation just posted this flyer, and I already know where I'm going August 1st and what I going to get. What flyer? The A. Baker and Sons 10 clearance sale. Wait, A. Baker and Sons? Yes, the famous drag goods store on Bay Street. They're making way for new inventory, so they're bringing some stuff to Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center for a huge 10 clearance sale. Really? What are they gonna have? Back to school basics like shirts, sweaters, pants, dresses, ties, and so much more. Wait, so we need to get there early before everybody else then. That's the plan. August 1st, don't be calling me in the morning because I'll already be shopping.
Starting August 1st, don't miss the A. Baker and Sons 10 clearance sale at Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center, Mackey Street, former Q Club building. Come on down and say hello to Goodbyes.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM. Supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
This is Family Connections with Sister Cher, and I am your beloved Sister Cher. So we're having such a great conversation today as we speak about marriage, as we speak about divorce and children, and how it impacts our nation and our society. Children, of course, include youth, and we're so grateful to have Mr. Shamrock Monroe, who is the youth officer from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And as we were talking and getting to know Shamrock, we were so surprised to learn of his age because he looks like a youngster himself. And then when he tells us about his 5 boys and that he was been married for 17 years, I'm like, wow. This is awesome because that would mean you were what, 23? 24 when you got married. And so that's the stuff we want to hear about. We want to hear about young people, good news, getting married and being fruitful and multiplying, because it seems now that, the ones in marriage are not multiplying as the ones who are outside of marriage. And that's exactly opposite of what God intended for us. So we congratulate and welcome Mr. Shamrock Monroe to the conversation. Thank you so much.
We can't skip this.
Right.
With a name like Shamrock, we gotta have the story behind that. The name Shamrock. I'm sure he's used to doing that.
That's the Irish shop emblem, eh?
Fair enough. Good afternoon, Bahamas, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. One of the things I want to say about my name is that that is my nickname. Mm-hmm. My name is Shamron.
Shamron, okay.
Many persons opt out and call me Shamrock.
Oh, okay.
And I was called Shamrock when I was in Exuma, which is where I was raised. A English fellow from Ireland actually was visiting the islands, the Peace and Plenty, and we were having some fun and all that. And I said my name to him. I think I might have spoken very quietly like a mouse. And so I said my name is Shamron, and he said, "Oh, lucky guy, you're Shamrock." After that,
That's
everybody around said, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, look at this young guy, Shamrock." I was about maybe 12, 13 years old at the time, and the name stuck with me, and I liked it because I realized, if I'm gonna do something in life, why not be lucky?
Do you have the four-leaf clover?
I used to, but after a while of faith and all that, I put those things aside and kind of focus more on just kind of being person of life. But that's my nickname as well.
Okay.
But Shamron Monroe is my name.
Okay, wonderful, Mr. So Ragged. He said Exuma. Yeah, he looks.
Exuma is where I was raised in.
Yeah, you look a little bit. You look a little bit like our Deputy Prime Minister from Exuma. Yeah, good. So,
I don't want to get into all of the politics of that,
Tell him we said it.
But it's great.
Tell him we said it.
But it's great people from Great Exuma.
Yeah, great people. Okay.
Great. From great enough.
My people are from Farmers Key Exuma. I got that right.
So we're gonna just keep it right there.
Right, great. Yeah, that's a great save.
Yes.
So it's so good to have you, Mr. Monroe, and you come highly recommended by the director of youth, Sandina Neely, and you were her first pick.
Yes,
and of course we've had a previous conversation which we will continue on this platform, but grateful to have you. So before we went into the break, we were talking about, and I wanted Father James to be able to speak to some of the challenges in marriage, and so I am happy that that you're here and you can also share about that, particularly from the youth standpoint, because I think you were youth most recent, I guess more recently than any of us, and of course you're working with the youth department. Always. And you may have some ideas, but who should I let speak? Could I share right from there? Right.
You're 40. You ain't 30.
You're
60. You're in between. After 17 or so years, you have some dynamics going on.
Right.
And you could tell us some of the things that you hear your people talking about. Some things they wouldn't share with us.
Yes,
but they will share with you, or you will experience with them, or you will observe that is happening in your church, in your little circle.
Yes, yes.
Right? I mean, what are some of the challenges that they are seeing? How are young people feeling about marriage today? They won't mess with that.
Well, one of the things I know, the youth, of course, representing the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Division of Youth specifically, we have programs that gear towards holistic development and really help our young people understand their purpose, the vision, why they're here, and how to interact and engage with each other. And so various programs that we have, of course, have males and females in it. And as they interact with each other, it's a healthy interaction, and it's guided by our program directors and the coordinators. And we're making sure that young people get those questions answered about their self-esteem, about their value and who they are. And so we get to find out where their family dispositions are, where they're from. And of course, many of them we have found out, of course, are from the single parent home background. And so we've been faced with this challenge over decades. This is not a new challenge per se. The reality of this, it just has a new face. It has now a technological face. It has now a app face. It has now a IG face, a Facebook face, a YouTube face. It really, the ills are still the same when we talk about the principles and the basis of the absences of the fundamentals, values of family. When those values are missing, the programs that we design are actually to add to what the family life is about. And so if individuals do not have that preset, that background set where they come from, a family background where they're groomed correctly, we still get to deal with the traumas. Those who are feeling low self-esteem, they're feeling like suicidal, they're depressed, they're having challenges identifying themselves, and And so we are having to help them with coping mechanisms and anger management, the same things that we ourselves had to deal with through high school growing up. Again, the difference is that we had community more so. Me from Exuma, I had a community. I had my grandparents, the Musgroves, who I grew up with. I had my aunts and uncles, and even though they all were not perfect, we still had an environment that made the inclusion of father, mother, grandparents kind of a better a support group for you. Whereas today there is no support group. The support group, if they don't come to a program with the Division of Youth or with after school programs or church related youth group programs, some of the young people are not in any way socialized or have the kind of support that they need.
Right.
And so that's the kind of things that we all face with continually. But there is hope, and the hope is work. Work on the grounds, put the feelers out there, get in touch with young people, and continually work. So those who are youth workers, youth officers, teachers, mentors, pastors, ministers, and they really work with families, work with people, those are the ones who are going to continually bring about what I would say the salvation, the change,
right? Restoration.
they will bring the restoration of what is needed for our nation.
Okay.
2 quick questions. Are you a pastor?
I am.
right. I know.
Heard you. I heard you.
I know
Second
he's a
question.
JP.
Are you a Toastmaster?
No, sir, I'm not. I've been speaking like this from I was born.
Wonderful.
That's the only thing you're missing.
So that's good grooming. What is your family background like?
My family background is a background of ministers, of course. The Musgroves, where I grew up around. Jose Musgrove, my grandfather was a deacon. My uncles are deacons and ministers within the gospel and
church leadership.
And yes, and so that again influenced a lot about how I thought and how I wanted to see life.
Right.
Again, not perfect, but it was a precept, a principle-based place to formulate the ideas and the way I carried myself in society. And then, of course, on my father's side, the Monroes, again, grandfather, Baptist minister, uncles, minister,
Right.
and so it's a whole conglomerate of both ministerial backgrounds, leadership, individuals.
So how long have you been in the ministry and how did you get there?
I've been serving in youth work for over 20 years. So I started youth work actually from high school, from I was 17. I worked within the student Christian movement. And of course, Reverend Dinah Francis would be jumping and shouting
yes,
because I've known her since then, from the 10th grade. And so I grew into this capacity, working with young people, working with my peers, and now as an adult leader myself, still working with young people, specifically with the Ministry of Youth, helping with the job readiness program, helping young people to understand skill sets, how to prepare themselves for the market, all of these things. And so this has just been this is a lifelong journey of mine. And so this is who I am.
I'm not just relieved, I'm happy to find somebody like you in the ministry, and I'm hoping that there are more like you in the Ministry of Youth and other ministries as well, because it suggests that you sound like you're on the right track, and you are with the passion that you exude.
Yes.
Yes,
We do.
He was highly recommended.
Well, I would say that here's the things that we're recognizing. We're recognizing that there are young people who need hope. They want help. So the support that we give at the ministry is through our various programs. And we have the High School Leaders Program that deals with students within the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So we are tackling young people at that level. And with those who graduate high school without diplomas and they're not able to go directly into the job market, we have what you call the Job Ready program, the Job Readiness, which is I'm in charge of. And we help those young people to become skilled with soft skills, be able to communicate, leadership, character development, self-management, being able to how to write a resume, and just prepare themselves for the entry level job. And most of them thus far in the last cohort we graduated, some 28 students, majority of them got employment, and they were able to work at ZNS, work at Fusion Superplex, and different partners that we have. And so we partner within the division of youth. Partnership is one of our key component. We partner with churches. We partner with corporate Bahamas. We partner with private stakeholders, and because we want to make sure our young people have environment that reinforces that the holistic truths of community, responsibility, character, leadership. Okay, because if we're able to not just put them around, I would say church per se, because we're a government agency, we want to make sure that it's a healthy, holistic environment. So all of our partners are able to give our young people the experience so that they can learn how to be on time, time management, how to communicate effectively, working with supervisors, etc., and also taking orders and instructional focus. So some of the things that they might not have gotten in high school, by the time they would have gone through the soft skill program that we would have developed, these young people will become, their aptitude rises, which causes them to have a better attitude about life and the approach of going on the job. And some of them also become entrepreneurs as well. So,
I like that approach. I like that approach you take, and you emphasized about the aptitude and attitude, and of course ability.
Yes.
Many employers will tell you that they prefer somebody with a B attitude.
Aptitude.
Right. B aptitude.
And
A
attitude.
Right. Than the other way around.
Right,
You can
right,
be
right.
very smart, but if you have the wrong attitude, you know, and there's a saying I have, ability takes you to the top. Character and integrity keep you there.
Right,
So I'm
right.
like,
So-
I like that emphasis of yours, and
Thank
we could want our young people to as much as possible emphasize that, and talk about the global village. I like to engage young children. Right? I just love children.
Okay.
And so when a little small, even a little baby, I take a baby from the mummy and just hold them and stuff like that, right? But the bigger ones, I talk to the youngsters. I say, "How are you doing?" "I'm good." I say, "Okay, stop. You're good. What else? What else?" And they hesitate. "Oh, thank you." I say, "Go ahead." And and how are you?
Okay, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, that is every day that happens in the classroom. It's that I think that is still the case.
Right.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Yes. Good morning,
teacher.
Students and friends.
Students and friends. And how are you? Fine, thank you. And how are you?
Yes.
But you see how that disconnect
Right.
is from the classroom to outside.
Right.
That's why we have to continue the classroom
Right.
Absolutely.
outside.
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
why
that's-
we can't let them get off.
Right. Exactly.
You see, and let the children be more disciplined. Discipline.
Yeah,
Clean
that-
up your room.
Yes.
I don't care how much money you have. A maid should not be picking up after your
No,
children.
sir.
No, right,
sir.
right.
I totally agree with
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Thank
agree
you
with
so
that.
much. You know, there's and I so appreciate and are grateful for the Ministry of Youth, and in addition to their collaboration, which they've collaborated with Marriage Children Family Alliance, because again we need that what we call the interventive approach in terms of where the family may have fallen and not given or were able or had the capacity to build the character and the competence within the individuals, that there are other societal government agencies and support systems that can fill in the gap, so to speak. And so we're very pleased to have actually on StreamYard another NGO who is doing awesome things within the school with particularly young men. We'd like to welcome Mr. Dario Maycock of Men of Today, Men of Tomorrow, Mott Squared. He is a Bahamas Strong Families Forever partner, and actually he was one of our first partners back in 6 years ago when we were established, and I was so impressed with the program that he has in the schools right now, helping boys, young boys, to develop these attitudes. In fact, I was so impressed. I recommended my nephew, who is now 13, to be a part of that program. And it is we have definitely seen a difference in him. So we welcome Dario Maycock, and he will share with us a little bit of his vision and how he got into in mentoring boys, because he was actually in business. He left almost a six-figure salary to do this. So it speaks about the passion or the compelling. He told us about the Jonah story that he has, and maybe he could share a little bit about that in the limited time that we have, but a little bit about his program, but and how he links it. He's become a part of Bahamas Strong Families because he recognized, although he can help on the interventive level, it's so important for us to recognize that what we call the preventative address in terms of family, because we know, as Yuri Brenner has said, that the family is the most powerful, by far the most humane, and the most economical system for building character and confidence. So wherever we can get family to build capacity, that is the best. But of course, we need the other systems, because we know that that nothing is perfect. So we welcome Dario Maycock, who will give another few minutes to share about his program, his vision for developing youth, and then let him share what he has seen in terms of the connection of family dynamics to the challenges that he sees within some of the youth, and how his programs are connecting to try and help that. Welcome, Mr. Maycock.
Good day, Sister Cher. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Just a little bit louder, probably you can speak to.
Great. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would like to greet also your co-host, Professor Major, and also your guest, Reverend Father Relations, and also Mr. Monroe. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I've enjoyed the conversation that was being going on. I was wondering, was I needed to come and join this conversation?
You definitely need it.
Thank you for this opportunity again, Share and for partnering with us.
Our pleasure.
As I say, you and Albert Family has been one of our first partners, and we thank you for that, your guidance, and we are counting on you to help us, because we're very young. We've been in the field now as an operation for 3 years, and we've been as an organization for 4 years. However, the vision of Mod Square is actually 18 years old. Because 18 years ago, the brought to me through my then men's ministry director, the vision of Mod Square, because it was supposed to be an organization, a mentor program that birthed inside the Preacher God of Prophecy and our local men's ministry at the Blue Road Church of Prophecy. He eventually left, and I tried to sell the program to our other brothers, but didn't work out too well. So I put it on the shelf for 14 years, and then COVID came. And when COVID came, I got COVID. The Lord then spoke to me when I went into the hospital and said, I did not bring you here, guy. I bring you here to reset you, to do the assignment I have given you. When you leave your space, you must start that Square program. I was in the hospital for some 8 days, and on the eighth day, the doctors there were making a decision that hey, you're going to put me on the ventilator because I was detained so quickly that they were going to lose me. But at midnight hour, I would say, all of the vitals reversed, and I spent another 3 days into the hospital. And when I reached on the 11th day, I started the process of organizing my spread. I looked at the program and I said, okay, this program needs some funding. What would the Lord give me? So my brother had a fishing vessel that he wanted me to manage for him. And I said, okay, this would be the financial to bring the funds for the organization. I started to get distracted. And as Cher mentioned, at the time I was working at a very fifth company, making very good money. And I asked them to release me, and they did. And to go into this program, but I sidetracked. And on Easter Monday, the boat sank, and we got it afloat. We were cleaning up the boat. I slipped and broke my ankle. Now cannot go anywhere. The doctors at the time said that okay, it'll take about 6 months for your ankle before you could walk on this ankle, and it'll take another 6 months for therapy. You'll be done for about a year. And I said, okay, couldn't go anywhere. So while I was at home, not being mobile, I put the vision paper, and it took me 3 months to write the complete vision that the Lord gave me to God's Square. And when I completed the vision, I was able to walk on my foot without any therapy. So the passion that I have for God's Square, when persons ask me, why do you have so much passion? I will say the first time the Lord took me into the doctor's hospital, he brought me out and said, complete his vision. Second time, he broke my ankle. I don't want to know what the third event is going to be if I get sidetracked. So I'm very focused on God's Square. And I thank the Lord for my family, my wife who supports me. She's a principal. And she gives me a lot of guidance on how to deal with the educational and also the children aspect of it. Because you know, as a man, we want to approach it from our untrained position. But it's great to have a wife that the Lord has already prepared to help you in this. And as Father Galatians is talking about your partners coming to the relationship complete. I never knew that when my wife and I joined that union, that this was the setup the Lord really brought us together for. It's a wonderful relationship. We have 4 wonderful children. We're very happy about my son-in-law. We've been married for 31 years and going. And I'm so grateful for the support that my wife brings to this program. To now talk about marriage, divorce, and children who's paying the price, and what I've experienced inside the school, being inside the school for the 3 years, and we are, as Cher mentioned, a preventive program. We are mentees are recommended to us by the school administrators, and they start from grade 4, 5, and 6 in primary school. And we transition our mentees to the junior high, and then we are now grade 9. So there's this cohort that is now in. Graduate from the junior high and goes to the senior high. We then enter into our senior stage. So every level is a pilot for us. What I've discovered to add to the conversation is that when we speak to mentees, grade 4, 5, and 6, they all see themselves being married, being husbands. They all see themselves being fathers. Somewhere there is a break in our system where that is lost, and we then lose our young men. So what I'm happy to report is that we know that it is not all lost, because we know that in our children we have a chance to save the direction of where our nation is going if we can hit the root cause at the primary school level. And that's what I would like to add to the conversation at this point.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your journey thus far and the great work that you're doing with our young men. As I said, as I have experienced, particularly in my family, and so. And I'm grateful that we are seeing the need to institute these preventative measures in terms of looking at how we can, in fact, give our young people a sense of marriage and to encourage that. And as you speak about the gap that happens between the time that they're young and wanting to get married, at least most of them, and the actual taking that plunge. So I'm looking at preparation being a great part of that. And so when we come back, I want to ask both of you, Mr. Shamrock and also Dario, that if your program is in any way, or do you have any direct programs, or do you feel that program related to preparation and becoming first, because we always usually say fathers, but becoming first husbands, and then, or husbands and husbands, and we're talking men here, but husbands or wives, and then parents or children. And I think that is where we may have gotten it wrong. We kind of be teaching people to become parents before teaching them to become, husbands and wives. And so that is where I think that, we need to have a shift there. And again, in my role as we work to build the curriculum for the Ministry of Education through the family, or advise on it, that is the one thing that I'm pushing. So I want to have your thoughts about that when we come back. This is Family Connections with Sister Cher. I am your beloved Sister Cher, and we will be back after these messages.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM, supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
In a world filled with challenges, we find strength in community. The Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos is dedicated to nurturing this strength through our pastoral care programs. Our pastoral care extends beyond the walls of our churches, reaching into the hearts and homes of those in need. We provide counseling, crisis support, and a systematic program designed to adapt to the changing needs of our members. Through our healing conferences, missions, and retreats, we strive to restore wholeness, helping individuals overcome challenges and find strength in their faith. Our Anglican Family Violence Prevention Program, Power Up, equips participants with the essential skills in communication, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. In partnership with experts like Dr. Novia Carter-Lukey and the National Drug Council, we empower individuals to make informed decisions and pursue their dreams with clarity and confidence. Our Family Life Commission supports families through initiatives like the Diocese Marriage Retreat and Family Wellness Quiet Day, fostering stronger, healthier relationships at home. At the heart of our pastoral care is a simple yet profound mission: to be a source of God's love and healing in our community. Join us in making a difference, one life at a time.
I serve you that ear candy that you love, baby. I'm dropping all your favorite slow jams like this. This. So lock in with me. It's the Quiet Storm, baby. The Bahamas #1 for R&B. It's Global 99.5 FM.
Perfume Bar is saying bye-bye summer with our buy one, get one 25% off promo. Stock up on your sizzling summer fragrances, Red Hot Cosmetics, Cooling Cosmetics, and Bijou Turner Beach Babe accessories. Bye-bye summer, let's BOGO, only at the Perfume Bar.
The Cricket Club on West Bay Street. Along with their already fantastic menu, it will also be Lobster Fest for the month of August. Lobster fritters, lobster bits, lobster salad, minced lobster, cracked lobster, lobster seafood pot pie, broiled lobster, lobster and steak, lobster, lobster, lobster. Experience the Lobster Fest at the Cricket Club on West Bay Street. They're open Sundays through Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. with live music on Friday nights. And there's a Sans Beer Special, free for $11. So, for that same great food and fun and the August Lobster Fest, come to the Cricket Club, Ames Oval, West Bay Street, telephone 326-4720.
Nassau Motor Company knows that finding the right part for your car is important. That's why you can count on us to give you a quality AC Delco part, like maintenance-free batteries for quicker starts and pressure-tested water pumps for years of smooth operation. AC Delco parts are made to strict GM specifications and fit most cars and trucks in the Bahamas. Nassau Motor Company, AC Delco, and you, a winning combination.
When you shop Y Cares, you can afford to look good, and that includes your students. Featuring uniforms from all the major schools here in New Providence and some in the Family Islands, plus belts, neckties, and underclothes for the boys, and jumpers, tights, and underwear for the girls. Bags, neckties, shoes, and socks for all the students in your house. That school bell is about to ring, and before it does, you need to visit one of the 3 Y Care locations: Bahama Avenue, East Street South, or Prince Charles.
Steve Harvey here from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Everybody knows that I love to chill out with great music. There's only one place you can get this tonight at 7 p.m.
As soon as you clock off from work, make sure you lock right into me. I'm Lenny Green from the Quiet Storm, inviting you to come on over. I've got all of that R&B ear candy that you love. Plus, we'll engage in conversations inside a confession of love and so much more. And you never know who's going to drop by. It's the Quiet Storm, all getting underway tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on Global 99.5. I'm Lenny Green from the Quiet Storm.
You are tuned in to Family Connections with Sister Cher on Global 99.5 FM. Supporting parents, empowering youth, cultivating lit plus happy families for a stronger Bahamas. Don't stay connected then.
So this is Family Connections with Sister Sharon. I mean, we're having such a wonderful conversation, and we can't believe the time is almost up. And so we definitely see opportunities for continuing these conversations and continuing into the next series of Family Connections with Sister Cher, which we're working to start that in September after we finish these last two. And so we're praying for sponsors so that we will be able to continue this conversation and towards action, not only talking. This is a solution focused platform where we are bringing together multi-sectorial partners to speak about this, because this is not a work only for social services. This is not a work only for Ministry of Youth or only for the church. It's community and families putting hands and hearts and minds together to fix this issue, because this issue of family needs to be fixed. We can't run around it. We can't, say that it's not there. We cannot continue the trend that is happening and saying that it's okay. And so we're hoping that this platform will form the means of which we can invite change and can actually encourage change and see how we can work together to make that happen. So we're happy to have Father Palacios. We also have, obviously, from the Anglican Diocese, who has been a strong supporter. He, along with Reverend Palacios, in this effort that also seeks to be able to establish a home, family renaissance homestead, a transitional home for children in distress, youth family children, families that are in distress, that have children ages 15 to 25. We've actually raised it to, because we found that a lot of persons have actually, in that age group, are really having problems. They're calling and saying, they need a home if they're having distress within their families, and they just need a home to be able to, even if it's only for a temporary time. I've had to take on my nephew for temporarily because he was having issues with his mother, and sometimes that happens, and they just need a break to recognize that, hey, family is most important, and being able to train them to and to encourage them and to counsel them to be able to make amends with family members. So we also have on StreamYard, we have Dario Maycock from Men of Today, Men of Tomorrow, who's doing an excellent job in his work within the school with young men. We also have on the line, who we're going to give 1 minute to, Apostle Clement Russell, who has been an excellent advisor to our organization, spiritual advisor, and he has a program and a vision towards being able to help youth also. I think it's called, and I hope I'm not preempting you, Plowing of the Youth, because we really need to focus on youth right now. In order for us to create those preparatory platforms again, programs, because as Mr. Monroe has said, he doesn't know of any program that actually deals with preparation and to follow the pattern of becoming good wives and husbands before becoming parents. We are seemingly focusing on parents before we're focusing on fathers and mothers, how we can be able to develop our young people into fathers and mothers. So we're going to give Apostle Clement a minute, please, because the time is completely out, and then we will be able to wrap up and hopefully look forward to other opportunities for to continue this conversation. Welcome, Apostle Clement.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you for a minute that has whatever minutes and seconds that is in your minute. I'm so pleased to have the opportunity to hear from your guest today, because truly a team of truth is needed more and more to be heard in this nation. I want to direct us to the youth need, and that is, they really need to be focused on truth. And so I write something here that will match Sister Cher's minute. Arm our youth with the truth for righteousness, nation-building mindset that teach them to honor their Creator, Yahweh Almighty. One of the things they need to ask themselves always, that whatever they're listening to, is it true or is it a lie? A deceiver tells lies. A truth proclaimer tells the truth and is a deliverer. The youth must experience development in truth that they will possess dignity and integrity for their lives. Most of all, they should know the good news of the gospel of the kingdom that's required for them by their Creator to worship Him in spirit and in truth and in the very beauty of holiness daily. This position is saying, truly, first things first. Some need to start right now. Truth, truth, truth. Valuable youth that's developed in truth needs our continued focus attention now. Well, to the upcoming gathering of youth in truth, set August the 30th on Iron Bailey Park, is where we can meet, and before that we can do our contribution. Remember, I only have Sister Cher's 1 minute. I would
Thank
like
you,
to
Ron, right there.
please give my number.
Thank you.
819-3798 to your guests. I enjoy them all. If they see my face, they will say, well, oh, that's him. But I'm awaiting you all's call, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so it's so important for us to have, as many efforts and coordinated. I think is important for it to happen. That we're not having, these different, I guess, efforts that are not that. I think again, it can be more impactful if it's coordinated through a body, and so we're grateful for all of the efforts and the passion that is coming towards strengthening families and strengthening our nation. We didn't get to speak to a number of things that I had here. Again, the time has gone by, but we know and we recognize again that we need to help as much as possible to build our nation through building marriages, through building families, through empowering youth. And I think we can all agree here that that family life education needs to be incorporated in some way, in the schools, in different
Facets,
sorry,
facets in
yes, within in order for us to really see change, because I think when we speak about our us, focusing first on parents, there may be a fear that we don't that acknowledge in terms of marriage for our children, because whereas we recognize that, and we can't run from the fact that our children, our youth are having children, we still are afraid to encourage them to get married first. Would you say? I don't know why we're focusing more on parenting rather than marriage. Well, anyway, that's something for us to think about.
I don't know if we do so intentionally.
Right.
But just that, let's face it, it's
You're
easier to
scared.
have a baby than
To
marriage.
get married,
All
wow.
right?
And is that the right
One
way to
moment
go?
I lie down.
Wow.
Nature
Right.
will take its course.
Right.
All right? Yeah.
Right.
Boy, you get it, son.
But also, many of them
but is that
don't
right?
want to get involved with what they compartmentalize into the religious or the spiritual aspect. So they want to think that maybe that's getting into denominationalism or into church activities, that kind of thing. Maybe you can speak to that as a...
So just, is that a way in which we're taking God out of the picture, and that's why we're having the trouble that we're having now? In a not so direct manner. Last comments for you.
Yes, fair enough to say, because one of the things that we do at the ministry is, when I say we bring holistic individuals in. When one of our cohorts and our programs that we run, we have facilitators to come and speak to the young people, and so all of our participants, our facilitators, are persons who are of character and good value in the community, but who are also spiritually guided. And so we would have persons like a Reverend Diana Francis. Even before I started working with the Division of Youth Sports, I also was one of the individuals that came in and spoke and facilitated some of the programs, the job readiness, the Fresh Start program. Because if you put forth good examples and good imagery, showmanship in front of the young people, these young people begin to see these same individuals throughout society.
Modeling.
And yes, they're modeling it. And I can tell you hundreds of times where young persons would meet us in the airport, in the food store, on the bus stop, anywhere, and they would say, "Hi, Mr. Monroe, hi." And they would just say, "Oh, I remember you spoke to on my program, you spoke at my school." So we have to become cognizant of the image of good character that projects the values that we want our young people to emulate and to somehow glean from when they see these young people in society. Because they will see me at a food store, and when they see me in a food store, they'll see me with my wife. So it will then correlate the whatever I said to them over the podium. They now get to see the portrait in reality. And so they'll meet me at the gas station, and this has happened hundreds of times. I don't know how many graduations I've spoken to over the years, and now at 40, I'm like, you know what? I probably spoke to every graduation possibly, and still there's more. There's always more work to be done, but there needs to be more good imagery, more good projecting in our society than the negative. We have persons who are positive, but we cannot mix up positive vibes with good character. Good character is not positive vibes. Good character is standard.
So thank you so much, Mr. Shamrock, for your passion. We're completely out of time. As I said, family is where it is. We as we come together with preventative and the most powerful influence, which is within the family, in addition to the help that Mr. Monroe is giving, Mr. Maycock is giving, the Anglican diocese, and all the others are coming together to help. It must be focused with the thread of building the capacity of the family again, who has been found to be the most powerful means and the most powerful system. I can't imagine the feeling or the impact that the Elaine Sawyer is bringing to her family because of her parents who were married 50 years. Nothing can be more powerful than that. And so we must again begin to again restore and build the generational patterns and the generational models more so in our society. And I'm grateful for the input again of Mr. Maycock and Mott Squared. Of course, our sponsors, the Anglican Diocese and Father James Palacios and Angela Palacios. We're grateful for Super Values, whose president will be with us on Thursday of next week. We look forward to that. And for all of the other partners and supporters that are helping to bring this conversation and bring this multi-sectorial discussion towards building our great Bahamas. Restoration of families, protection of children, stemming generational poverty and trauma, strengthening families, and building one nation. On behalf of my co-hosts, Don Major, our producer, Jason Wisdom, we thank you all abundantly for being a part of this conversation. Of course, our guests, and for all of you for listening in. May God continue to bless our families and bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I love you all. Until Tuesday of next week, we'll see you here. Family Connections with Sister Cher. Thank you so much.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
The Jet Fox Show.
Your fun with great music.